here with the rebound. The numbers declined, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota.
Point, Kevin, and Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. A look at Cleveland's starting group. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson into the center, locking down the middle.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there. And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And he gets it to go. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
And thinking back to Love and his numbers last year, we saw the same thing from Bosh when he played with LeBron. Love and Bosh had similar reductions in scoring, but both were still great players, and they both have the ability to adapt and impact the game in other ways.
No coverage that time. LeBron's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems. And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Curry gets the bucket. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Irving kicks to Love. Poke loose. Inside, here's Curry. Banked in off the glass. Curry's got 8 points. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
Thank you, Doris.
Well, I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Thompson in the corner. Fires the three. Good! Thompson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The Cavaliers trail by 5.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors show just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
Curry's shot is good.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Now here's Love. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. On the wing, Irving. Rebounded by Bogut. And it's Golden State's ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Wasted no time on that one.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. Outside Shumpert. Dellavedova, the pass to Mozgov. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Greg, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
And here comes Livingston, leading the fast break. That pushes it to double digits.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
James kicks to Shumpert, to LeBron. Dellavedova from outside. Warriors with the rebound. And it's the Warriors on the break. Iguodala. And count the back. One more.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Golden State. Ian Clark comes in for Leandro Barbosa. The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76. And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Shumpert. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Here's Iguodala. Mozgov with the block, and they get it back. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of this game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Free throw good, James. And so he hits both. Here is Livingston. High post shot. That is good. James can't get it to go. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Warriors. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself. Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media he and LeBron deal with, but also, and Clark, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, two guys who expect so much of themselves to start with, who naturally have a vision of how great the other guy should be. I mean, they're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from each other, and that's a lot of fun to watch.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. They've got Tristan Thompson. Smith is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova, and it's Irving in at the 1 spot. J.R. Smith on the wing. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Warriors leading by 9.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Here's Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. That's 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Took him no time at all on that one. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Rush, and it's Barbosa in for Sean Livingston. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Outside Irving. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter. Warriors leading by 6. Dishes it to Spates. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
I echo that. Ditto. I mean, you've got to do your work early to try to keep him out of the post. Fight him a little bit. Keep him away from that spot he wants. They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backcourt has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He told Kyrie Irving that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Spates missing again. And here's a little-known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
First one falls for him. Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. A 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin. But you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
And for Irving, he did come into last year hot. I mean, he won the MVP in international play while with Team USA.
To the middle. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. And it's 13 points for Kyrie Irving.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
On its way from Curry for 2. And it's Golden State with another.
And for Kyrie, taking home the MVP and a Team USA tourney like that, it's a huge ego boost. I mean, of all the stars on that team, he shined the brightest. And I think that's going to help his confidence for this year.
Warriors leading by 6. It's tipped and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Love. Nice D from Bogut.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Golden State's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. And again, no good by Golden State.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Some changes for Golden State. Mazili comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Klay Thompson in for Andre Iguodala. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. James checked in for J.R. Smith. And Shumpert in there for Matthew Dellavedova. To the inside, Mozgov, terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop. Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
Curry. And Shumpert pulls it down.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
Releases. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
The dish to Fry. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.